It's Monday, January 7th, Tuesday, January 8th, if you're on the East Coast or across the pond. And this, my friends, is Spaced Out Radio. Hope you had a great day and night. I am your host, Dave Scott, broadcasting to you live from the chilly Great White North on top of the mountains of central British Columbia, right here at SOR headquarters. We welcome you nightly on the SOR Radio Network and Deep Talk Radio, along with Revolution Radio. If you want to take a listen to our archives, they are free at youtube.com/spaced out radio. Just do old Davey the favor, hit that subscribe button. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you. Right now, you can shop at our brand new Spaced Out Radio store, pick up t-shirts, bags, socks, whatever you want. Rock out to Bumblefoot, read up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire, and so much more. Tonight's show is brought to you by the YouTube channel Insuho. Sebastian Martin brings high-quality messages to the masses. Head to our website, click on the Insuho banner, and subscribe to the channel today. A familiar I can't even speak to start tonight. Let's try that again. A familiar voice is back talking all things ghostly tonight, and as a result, we require your participation from the chat rooms as Bill Hauser is back for another live Ghost Box session. Bill is one of Canada's premier paranormal researchers, using his specialty, the Ghost Box, where he tries to communicate with those on the other side via real-time communication. Many critics will say that this is just a form of audio pareidolia. Others, who are believers, will hear answers to questions from those who've crossed over. It's your call. You be the judge. You figure out whether you believe in this or not. But one thing is for certain. We're going to have some fun tonight. Then at the bottom of hour number 3, Olaf Phillips is back with another edition of the SOR Newswire. We bring in Bill Hauser once again from Vancouver, British Columbia. Paranormal researcher, ghost box guru, if we can call him that, because he doesn't like the word expert. Bill, how you doing, my friend? Happy New Year to you.
Yes, Dave, Happy New Year, and I just wish all your wonderful audience a wonderful Happy New Year.
It's always good to have you here, my friend. Always good to have you here. How's your year started off for you?
Not too bad. I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent. Excellent. We always enjoy having you on this show every couple of months. And, you know, along with that, it also comes to the point where we have a lot of audience participation with you as we get into live Ghost Box sessions. For people who may be joining us for the first time, Bill, how does a Ghost Box work?
Well, it's a radio that continuously scans the frequencies on the FM band, broadcast radio. And basically the theory that I like to stick with the most is it takes tidbits of broadcast radio and remodulates to form sentences or words or whatever, and then you can get intelligent responses back to your questions.
And when you do this, why do you believe it's actually working and not just what people think they want to hear?
Well, for one thing, I recognize voices of people that have passed over that I knew from the past. That's one reason. The others I've had family members come through. That's another reason. And the third is I've had people in the community come through, and people have recognized those voices through my YouTube videos and so on, and have actually made contact with me to let me know that their loved ones who've passed over came on my radio.
That has to be comforting for a lot of people when they are able to hear their loved ones again from the other side.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're very excited and they're happy. And, you know, I look at it this way. It gives them a little bit of comfort by at least knowing that they've made it over to the other side.
Now, Bill, when you decided to get into this, you've been doing this for a long time now. Have you ever had that point in your paranormal career where you've said, you know, I'm just not getting the answers that I thought I would, and maybe this isn't for me? Or has it always been the polar opposite?
Been a little of both, I think. There's been times where I've had the high points and then the low points. A lot of times, you know, you have to work through a lot of that. So some of that's revolving around my personal life. So It's being able to manage and go out on investigations when I can and help people. That's the reason why I do this. And then, using the ghost box has been great. It's actually, it boosted my morale quite a bit when I first started using the ghost box, because before that it was just basically EVP, traditional forms of like digital recorders and so on, being able to communicate. So by having this, I was having two-way communications now, so I found that really fascinating.
What makes the ghost box different, in your opinion, Bill, from other ways of communication with the other side?
I think number one is the voices. People can recognize their loved ones that have passed over automatically, so that's a real plus, and I find that to be a real kicker for a lot of people when they're somewhat skeptical.
Now, when you have those skeptical people out there, and there still are, you do have to kind of guide them through what they are supposed to be listening to. So when we get into the live ghost boxes tonight, what should people be listening for, Bill?
For intelligent responses, that's always something I emphasize. It's not the random words that are being thrown out there in the ether. Look for words or little phrases or sentences of intelligent responses to the questions. So if I ask for a name and I get a name, that's the beginning of an intelligent response.
Now, have you ever caught anything on there, Bill, that it just actually shook you up or surprised you to the point where you just couldn't believe that whatever it was came across?
There's been a few times where I've had some very creepy voices come through, and sometimes disturbing, like I wished you were dead and stuff like that. So, yes, I have had that.
How does that make you feel?
Well, that's where I come into the whole realm of protection. So I always protect myself. I said a prayer ahead of time before the show. Basically, I protect myself at home with incense and so on, and just generally state of mind, I always say, when it comes to protection. So I have to believe that it's going to work to begin with. So number one is not to show fear. And basically, you have tricksters and so on, so you have to always be aware of that.
Now, when you say tricksters, what do you mean by that for the people who may not understand?
Well, those could be voices of people possibly that have passed over that you hear, but, you have to take it with a bit of a grain of salt, too, I always say. So, again, that could be some more malevolent spirit behind that. So that's what I'm referring to. So always, analyze yourself, what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Bill, when you decided to get into this, and you are now retired after a long career with British Columbia Ferries, and you are now a full-time investigator, so to speak, I guess we can call you that, how much fun are you having these days going to these different locations and looking for paranormal activity? And a side caveat to that, do you prefer to work alone or do you prefer to work with a team?
Well, I'm an independent, so I do a lot of work on my own. I do get investigations that I'm requested to go to, so I manage to fill that need for some people with their homes, residents, and businesses. The other side is I also get people that have had loved ones pass over. They're really desperate for me to try to make contact, so we do that as well. And again, that's a little bit more intense sometimes, I find, too, because now you're in someone's home and you have pictures of the deceased loved ones and so on. So I find that a little sad sometimes, but also very rewarding.
Me too. And I think when you're able to put the evidence that comes through the ghost box together with other information that really lines things up, that you did contact someone on the other side, that's got to be pretty relieving for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's certainly it adds to the whole reason why you're doing it, and when you get those kind of results, I'm very happy. And at the end of the day, for me, it's all about helping people.
Now, when you say helping people, define how you help people with this method of research.
Well, a lot of times people, in that case, if they want me to come over to their home and try to contact, say, grandma that passed away a little while back, it's about helping in the sense that they're sad, they're still grieving heavily, so this adds to some of that comfort at the same time.
Excellent. Excellent. So, Bill, when you are going through this, have you ever had that defining moment in your paranormal career where you were like, this is the one, this is the piece of evidence that I have been waiting for, maybe not to prove to the world, but to prove to you that it's true? And if so, what is that piece?
Well, that's actually a number of ones actually through the years. So, but when I've gotten name of a lady that came through last year, and basically I had no connection to this lady. So when I researched, and she gave me a full name, when I researched that name, it came up that she died about 10 years ago. So that was really interesting. And at that time, I wasn't sure about this lady that told me her name. But soon after, I got contacted again through Facebook, of all things, of a person that knew this lady, explained that she had passed away. So she sent me her obituary, and sure enough, it's this lady. And she,
incredible.
She swears that that's her voice, and it was a very distinctive, she had a bit of a raspy voice, but she let me know who she was by her name.
Do you ever get weirded out, freaked out by it?
Not too much, but again, this is where the protection comes into place, right? So I have to, stay strong for myself and the people that may be around me at the same time. So definitely not show fear or any weird emotions of fear of any kind. So grounding is very important in this whole process.
Oh, come on. There's not that one time, buddy, where you have, all of a sudden been scared crapless and decided, I got to get the heck out of here. This is just way too weird for me.
A lot of times it's the people around me that have gotten freaked out. So a lot of times it's me trying to calm them down and make sure they're okay.
How do you calm someone down in that situation, though? Because it can be pretty intense. It can be very emotional.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of times it's just reassuring, take a little break or step back from this right now. And, just basically talking and giving them encouragement and so on helps. It goes a long ways.
Bill, why do you believe? Why do you think this is real?
Well, I guess it comes down to we've always wondered if there is an afterlife. So that's one of the key reasons why I've done that. It's also my personal experiences through the years, especially when I was a kid, seeing translucent type of figures, almost like a hologram in some cases, and seeing shadow people and seeing objects move around when I've gone to people's homes and so on. So this has happened, a number of times when I was a kid. So now I don't see the ghosts anymore, but I certainly sense them when they're around. So I still have a certain amount of sensing capability. And some of my medium friends, they say, you're more connected than you give yourself credit for, Bill. So that also adds to why probably I'm meant for using the ghost box, this type of instrument communications.
Have you noticed, since you have been using the ghost box as your key component of communication, that your own intuition has increased or decreased?
I'd say it probably has increased quite a bit in a lot of cases, even after when I've stopped using the ghost box, walking around areas that are alleged to be haunted, just being able to sense with my own sensories.
When you were working for all those years near the ocean, and water is said to be such a great conductor for paranormal research, did you ever try your ghost box on a BC ferry or near the water, near work, to see what kind of results you would get?
No, I did not do that.
You wish you did now?
No. Well, number one, I had a job to do, so that was one of the reasons. Number two, it didn't really interest me at work what was going on there. Yeah, sure, there was people that had passed away suddenly, but mostly there were elderly people or people with medical conditions. But however, things happen, so I was more interested in sites away from work. Usually I always separated myself from work and my own personal life.
Well, that is true. That is true. How do you go about the idea, Bill, that a lot of people will say, why do you use a ghost box? It's no better than a Ouija board, which is evil, and you're trying to conjure up things that are scary and demonic. You know the whole fear factor that goes into it. What's your response to that?
Well, don't give in to the fear. I mean, that's basically how you overcome a lot of that, the unknown, shall we say. So that is one of the things that I've always done, is being able to keep myself well grounded.
Why is that? Why does that work for you?
Well, I've been with also experienced investigators out there that have had problems when they've investigated. And a lot of times they've actually been affected by it, and I've seen that. I've witnessed that. So, again, I myself have been very good not to have that happen. But when I first started, I did have similar things like that happen to me. I had the energy sucked out of me, and I tell you, I sure didn't like it. It was not a nice feeling. But then I was told about how you should ground yourself and protect yourself. So I started doing that, and soon after, I did not have those problems.
Do you believe, though, that any sort of communication, whether it's ghost box, Ouija board, pendulums, tea leaves, whatever it could be, dowsing rods, that we are tampering with things that maybe we shouldn't?
What do I think of that?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I enjoy using, except for the Ouija board. I have used pendulums and also dowsing rods in the past, but however, it's the ghost box that works well in that regards. And again, you can record pretty easy what you're picking up on the radio. Again, don't give in to the fear. That's right. The main thing. Don't give in to the fear.
Do you think, though, that maybe, because I'll be honest with you, you donated an SB7 ghost box to my museum for our tours that we do here, and I'm highly appreciative of you doing that. Very, very cool. And I'll tell you, Bill, I have had zero luck on that. Yet my buddy Mark, it works for him. It works for you. Do you think that these types of gear, whether it's a K2 meter or a ghost box or maybe a REM pod or whatever it may be, will work for certain people and not for others?
Well, that's a good question, Dave, and I believe, yes, it does work better with other people. I've actually seen that quite a bit. Some people just don't have any luck. They just get random words or nothing in your case, because you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of radio reception. I remember the night on Friday night at the event there at 108th Ranch. It was Mark, I believe. He said, well, I don't think you're going to pick up a lot of stuff here, Bill. And I said, well, let's give it a try and see what happens. And he was quite astonished by what I was picking up on my radio. So, again, it's your connection to the radio and to the other side.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm asking is, do you have to have a special connection to use this type of gear?
Well, they call that the contact field in ITC lingo talk. In other words, it's a connection to the other side. So, yeah, you do have to have that. It definitely helps. A certain amount of intuition, I guess, and so on that helps to foster the communication.
Have you had little success with other pieces of gear comparatively to the ghost box?
I've gotten pretty good results with using a digital recorder, and even when I first started, I was using cassette little recorders. So I got the EVPs like a lot of other people did, but at first it didn't really happen, but soon after it started to come to me. The more I, focused in. That's the thing. I find if you focus in on what you want to communicate with, it will happen.
All right, we got under 2 minutes here before we go to break. When we come back from the break, I do want to let the audience know we are going to fire up the Ghost Box, and you guys can have a little taste of what is going on. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get you to put your questions in capital letters in regards to if you would like to communicate with someone on the other side. Could be a family member, could be a famous movie star, or whoever. Maybe even we'll go after, because you guys always like to know what Carl has to say. Maybe we could get the Close Encounters of the Third Kind theme song playing again. That still tripped me out when that happened, Bill. Still tripped me out.
Yeah, I don't really care for doing, famous people that have passed over. That means, formal presidents and prime ministers and so on. I'm not really into that aspect. To me, that's so much like, that's so
we'll stay
paparazzi-style ghost boxing.
Yeah, we'll stay away from that. We don't want you to be Bill Huff.
Hey.
Holy cow!
I gotta shake my head.
We got Bill to laugh tonight on the show, but we'll have some fun. We will definitely have some fun.
My head.
Yeah.
I'll shake my head, Dave.
You know what? You'd probably look just as pretty, my friend. You'd probably look just as pretty. But nonetheless, we only got about 20 seconds. Bill, I'm going to get you to hold on. So remember, what I would like you to do is get your pen and paper ready. You're going to write down your responses. So if you're in one of the chat rooms coming on up after the break, I want you to type all of your responses into one line, and then I'm going to read what you hear on the air. So make sure you get all ready for that, because it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Get your questions ready. Bill Hauser, our live Ghost Box sessions, happens every couple of months here on the show. Get ready for some fun, people, because it's all about you tonight. We'll be back with the second half hour of the show right after this.
You're listening to Spaced Out Radio Live with Dave Scott on the Deep Talk Radio Network.
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother Is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject, from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch. Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Did you know Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi there, this is Tessa Nicole Thomas, and I'm here to take you on a paranormal journey each Saturday and Sunday night. Why change the station when you have it all right here? Together, we'll hang out and share some strange and scary stories. And don't forget, we have Psychic Sundays as well, so come tune in Spaced Out Weekend. We get going at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, only at spacedoutradio.com, where we own the night.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
We're bringing scientific thought to the paranormal. Hi there, this is Spaced Out Radio scientist Chris Cogswell. Join me, Chris Zuger, and Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month, where we break down the who from the woo when it comes to everything paranormal. We'll investigate and try to bring sensible answers to those straight and sometimes outlandish questions people have. Hey, not everything has an answer, but we'll do our best. Listen in to Reality Paranormal only on Spaced Out Radio.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Story Box. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Welcome back to the second half hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Thank you so much for being with us. Bill Hauser, Ghostbox Guru, is with us for another live Ghostbox session where we are going to get to your questions. Bill, welcome back.
Yeah, it's great to be here, Dave.
Now, don't be getting pulled over by any police or the police helicopters shining their lights on you over there in Surrey, BC. We all know you live in the middle of Dangerville over there.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, I did see the helicopter fly fairly close, but not close enough that you could hear him. But he was moving very slow, so hopefully he doesn't swing over this way and make a lot of noise.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, so when people are asking questions and people in our audience who are paying attention to this and playing along, Bill, are they protected from anything bad that could jump through?
You know, that's a good question. I mean, I do protect myself, but I do make the prayer to protect the audience. But I think also everybody has their own individual responsibility to protect themselves anytime as well. Even if we're using this means of radio shows to do our communications, I mean, still do it and, you know, say a little prayer if you believe in it or whatever. Just do your form of protection. You know, grab a little crystal or something, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Right. So I do want to remind our audience that is playing along, if you're in one of the chat rooms or on Twitter at #SpacedOutRadio, ask a question in capital letters, and then listen for the responses. Just don't write down everything. So, for instance, if you're asking for Aunt Mabel, don't be writing down some guy's words because they're not going to play along. You want to be listening for that communication from Aunt Mabel. That's kind of the way it works. Write down your responses, what you hear, on the piece of paper or on your keyboard, but only type them out once. So grab your list, type out your list once, and then I will read what you get on the air. I'm going to be playing along on this end as well. So, Bill, why don't we do a little bit of a sample just to try and maybe conjure up some spirits to let them know that we're here so everybody has a little taste of what we're going to be doing.
Okay. I suggest, too, that people maybe turn up their devices a little bit too, or wear headphones, then that'll enhance their listening to the actual direct messages from the ghost box.
Sure.
Hello? I'm on a radio show tonight with Dave Scott. You're welcome to communicate with us. We come in peace, so you don't have to worry. And we only want respectable spirits to come through to talk to us. So who's there that would like to talk to us? How are you? Could we get a name, please? Can we get a name? Is that possible to get a name, please? Resolution? That's interesting. How many active spirits around this area near the Fleetwood Elementary School?
To get a name.
Can you tell me? How many active spirits around here?
Weekend.
Who would have a message for me? What kind of a message do you have for me?
No. Devil inside.
Are we happy tonight? Are we truly happy? Who else is there? I feel someone who really wants to tell a message, but's a little hesitant. You don't have to worry. We come in peace.
Costco.
Who else is there? How are you? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
That was a nice goodbye at the end.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what it sounds like. I'm using the direct link, and that's built by Jay Prather of IDC Devices. So it's a radio that has an antenna on the side, so I touch a plate, and basically I act as the antenna with my body, so I have a really strong connection to that radio.
Excellent. Excellent. Got a couple of requests from audience members, Bill, is in between your questions that you ask, can you leave a little bit more time so people can hear?
Okay. Well, I try to, leave a certain amount.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. That would be absolutely great. Well, let's get started here. And the first question that we have is from Heather tonight. And Heather says, we lost a very dear friend who we have known since we were teens. His name is John Gordon. I am hoping to know if he is okay. He just passed a few months ago, and he was a big part of our friendship circle. We would like to tell him hi with hugs. He suffered a lot. He was funny. And when he passed, my lights and my lamp blinked, while writing this, my lamp and my lights blinked off and on.
Okay, well, we'll try to see if we can make contact. And that's for Heather, and his name was John Gordon.
Yes.
I have Heather on the other side of my phone. She wants to get a hold of a dear friend. John Gordon, are you there? Heather would like to hear your voice, John. She can hear you right now. Just say hello. Are you doing okay, John? Are you happy on the other side, John?
Word, I'm trying to think.
John, do you have a message for Heather? She's very concerned about you. Are you doing okay? Do you have any kind of message for Heather, John? What would you like to tell Heather, John? You must have something.
Yeah, poetry.
She'd be very happy tonight if you say hello and everything.
Weight loss. Come on.
Okay, well, thanks for communicating with us. Goodbye.
All right. I got a few things out of there. Took a couple of seconds, but right after you asked her, you said, "Are you doing okay?" And I heard, "Yes, sir." Then I heard, "Hold on, I'm trying to think." This is when you asked, "Are you happy over there?" Then right after that, I heard like a darker type voice say, "Help me." And then when you asked again, "Are you okay, or do you like it over there?" I heard, "Glad to be here." Maybe he's copying a Bumblefoot tune there. I don't know. But nonetheless, it was very, very interesting indeed. We did get some stuff there as well. So let's read some of the audience responses that we got. So Catherine got, "Wish I had. I'm back in the..." And you asked, "John, are you doing okay, John?" "Yes, I am." "Do you have a message for Heather?" "It's getting darker in here and the dog gets out." Don't know what that means, but maybe Heather does. Sandra heard, "Shy, back in the yep, tunnel, not maybe, something, aw yeah. Porch it is, way more." Catalina heard, "Lots of crying out, weight loss help, mom, hello." Ron, "Try it. I'm trying to think." Oh, I got that too. And "Make yourself. Yeah, unfortunate. Wait more." Renee heard, "I came back. Hello. Yes, I am." Which also confirms something that Catherine said. "I am trying to think." We got that. "I am comfortable here." BTO, with his fantastic beard, heard, "Yes, sir. Wait, I'm trying to think. Yeah, unfortunately." Heather believes that she heard that he is out of pain as well. Now, let's see what Gail got here. Gail got, "Yes, I am. Don't give up. Weight loss. Susan, resolution. Mick, Adam, Evelyn, Lula, Nasha." You're almost naming the Brady Bunch there, Gail. But nonetheless, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I think that's a very, very good start for what we are looking for tonight. And Heather actually just made a comment saying that he actually had 2 dogs. So that kind of works out a little bit in the favor there, Bill.
Yeah, definitely. Did she recognize possibly his voice, maybe?
Well, we're on a delay, so we have to wait for that.
Yeah,
but
she can throw out some kind of yeah or something. That's good confirmation.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But, yeah, we will make sure that it continues on, and let's go to the next one, shall we? Because we got time. We may have to read the answers at the end, but nonetheless, we will be able to get them in there. And Christopher is asking, I know changes are afoot, but I would like a message of what type of living environment would be best for me. What do my kin on the other side recommend?
Okay. I have Christopher on the other side of my phone. He can hear you. He wants to know from his kin on the other side what would be best for him at this time. What would be best for him?
Cursing on.
Is there something that would be good for him? Any changes in his living situation right now? And would you have a message for him, something of importance he needs to know?
Page.
There's something of importance that Christopher needs to know right now. Message from his relatives that have passed over, maybe? Is there anything in final that you want to tell Christopher? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Appreciate that, Bill. I didn't get too much there, to be blunt. I got right off the bat how you do. And then when you said, do you have a message for Chris? I heard a woman's voice say, it's cool. And then another woman's voice say, a man's voice, that gruff man's voice. It's kind of funny. It almost sounded like the same voice as we had with Heather when I heard help me. This time it says, it's cool. Then a woman's voice comes in and says, stay where you are. And then more us. I don't know what more us means, but, just happens. Just happens that way. I think we got time to read some responses on the air here. Let's see here. BTO heard rattle, faith, call me. Sandra heard you too, Chris, rattle. It's cool, hate, love, call me, love me, doubt, haha. Catalina heard Christina, rattles. You look, hey, love, Tom. Ron heard I'll say, Christina. Well, think of something, that would be. Kevin heard, hey. Heather got faith. And let's see here. What did Gail get? Gail got nothing yet. She hasn't turned it on. But you know what? We'll get to the more of your responses and your questions. Right after the break here, we're going to hop out at the top of the hour. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight on Spaced Out Radio, continuing live Ghost Box sessions when we return. So make sure you get your questions into the chat room. We'll be back. Looking for the stories of the strange and weird that you will find hard to find anywhere else? Check out the SOR Newswire on our website. Our writers, led by Captain Shirk, are scouring the world for the oddest and most bizarre stories we can find. Everything from weird crime to suspenseful and paranormal. We're working hard for you to bring you the most intriguing news of your day. Check out the SOR Newswire at spacedoutradio.com today.
Every night on Spaced Out Radio, we have places for you to hang out. Hi, this is Carl. Join our SOR Space Travelers group on Facebook for live chat. On Twitter, using hashtag Spaced Out Radio. You can also join us in our Spreaker chat room. Check us out on Instagram at Dave Scott SOR. All of our archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. By the way, I'll be watching you at your window until you do. Bye!
You're listening to Spaced Out Radio live with Dave Scott on the Deep Talk Radio Network.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. A spirit of adventure for what is new with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
On the first Tuesday of every month, I encourage you to come along for a journey with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You. Together, we will take a look at how to access the highest expression of yourself and change your life. Consciousness, ET contact, health, and wellness, we can talk about it all. So come along for a spiritual ride with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You, only on Spaced Out Radio.
Do you want to know what's really going on in your world? Do you have questions about who you can trust in the mainstream media? Then look no further than the Rebel Planet. Come get the straight answers right here at spacedoutradio.com. Join me, Jamie Sexton, creator of Rebel Planet News, as I fill you in on the stories behind the stories. All you truth seekers, be sure to tune in to Rebel Planet on spacedoutradio.com the third Thursday of every month.
We are getting ready to relaunch the SOR Space Travelers Club at spacedoutradio.com. For $5 a month, you can join us for a plethora of features found nowhere else. Hang out in a private chat room during the show and after party. You can check out some exclusive content and a store specifically for you. as well as a private listener forum where you can post your thoughts, stories, and pictures. The SOR Space Travelers Club, coming soon to spacedoutradio.com.
Hey, this is Canadian Paranormal Investigator Mike Moore. The third Wednesday of every month, I'll be teaming up with Dave Scott to bring you Ghosts of the Great White North. Each month, we will bring on guests from across Canada to discuss their ghostly encounters. Canada is a paranormal hotbed with stories you've never heard, so we're going to bring them to you. So get comfy on your Chesterfield, grab a donut, and join us, eh?
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot Thal. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com and remember, Little Brother is Watching.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
The Call of the Wild is in Vancouver. The Moose Vancouver is one of the hottest bars and restaurants in the city. Open until 2 a.m. nightly, the Moose will rock you like a hurricane all night long. Great food with everything on the menu at $6.95 near the corner of Nelson and Granville. Get your horns up and come rock with us. The Moose Vancouver, the official rocking bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You're listening to Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio and on Facebook, Spaced Out Radio Show.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spaced Out Radio. Tonight, I am your host, Dave Scott. Great to have you with us. Tomorrow night on the show, Jeremy Corbell joins us to talk about his recent Bob Lazar documentary. We get going at 9:06 Pacific, 12:06 a.m. Eastern at spacedoutradio.com. Hi to everyone listening in on the SOR Radio Network, Deep Talk Radio, Rev Radio as well. Don't forget, all of our archives are free at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We don't have a password for tonight. No, we're passwordless tonight. So I'm safe from butchering it. I'm actually pretty happy about that, but we'll get the password going tomorrow night on the show. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you. As of right now, you can go shop at our Spaced Out Radio store, pick up some nice swag that we have available for you. Rock out to Bumblefoot, get your horns up for that, and read up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire and so much more. Tonight we are doing live ghost box sessions. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight on the show. He comes on every couple of months to talk a little ghostly happenings on our end. And right before the break, Bill, by the way, welcome back. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
We had Christopher ask a question here, and I'm just trying to get to the responses here because during the break we had a lot of people come on in. A lot of people come on in. So I'm just trying to find some responses here. I think we got them all in before we got to the top of the hour, so I think we're okay there. But let's continue on here. Now, I know you don't like doing celebrities, but the odd historic figure you don't mind doing. And, you know, the reason, explain to our audience the reason why we're not looking for dead celebrities like Freddie Mercury or Frank Sinatra or people like that.
Well, again, I feel that, you know, even if they were celebrities that have passed over and their family that are left behind, sort of, you know, it's still important that we respect their privacy, shall we say. And, you know, if anybody's trying to do ghost box sessions and that, it's just, I find that not appropriate. It's very disrespectful in that regard. So I tend not to do celebrities that have passed over in the last so many years.
Is that a credibility factor for you?
I would say, yeah. And at the same time, you know, it's just, I don't feel right by doing something of that nature. It's more personalized when you do people's loved ones or friends or whatever, I think, opposed to a celebrity that, you know, none of us really knew, you know.
That's interesting. And I understand why you're doing that. I mean, for a lot of people who do not know, there is a gentleman out there, and we're going to keep him nameless, very easy to find online, but he has really turned a lot of people in the paranormal and the ITC community up in anger, their arms raised up in the air, shaking fists at him, Bill, for some of his things that he does in regards to trying to communicate with especially celebrities the moment he finds out they pass. And a lot of people don't like that. They feel it's a little low, it's a little shallow, and it's really given the ITC community kind of a black eye, wouldn't you say?
I would say, yeah. You know, I mean, people then kind of form opinions that aren't always the correct one because not everybody feels inclined to be doing that. So, yeah, there are some people, besides a few that have done that, but I choose not to, just out of respect for the families.
Yeah, I can see why you're doing that. I can totally see why. Well, let us move on here. Let us move on because Gail has a question here. And she is asking if it would be possible to try and get after Harry Houdini. She wants to know if he was actually a spy.
Okay, I've heard that story. Yeah, I consider Houdini more of a historical figure now than he was an actual celebrity because he's been passed away for a long time.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I would like to get a hold of Harry Houdini. Harry Houdini, is it true you were a spy? That you worked for some intelligence agency?
Never froze. Music station.
Would you have a message for us, Harry Houdini?
Concept Jerry.
You're doing okay on the other side?
Feel bad.
Would you like to give us a message of importance? Maybe it might be towards some people that you still know?
Real.
I want to get back to the question, Harry Houdini. Were you actually involved in spying for an intelligence agency?
Eyes only up.
Or is that just a made-up story? Is that a myth, maybe?
I'm just... I was... S'entend pour...
Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
You know what? On that one, I never got a single thing, but I can tell you this. It wasn't for a lack of trying, Bill. There, in my mind, and maybe other people heard this as well, but through my headphones, I kept on hearing this mumbling voice, an elderly type voice. And no matter how hard I tried, I could not hear what that voice was saying. I turned up my headphones. I tried some noise cancellation. Nothing seemed to work. And I'm sitting here writing it, and I'm thinking, come on, give me something, man. And there was nothing. Nothing. Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely a voice on the lower frequency scale.
Yeah. Well, we did get some responses from the audience, so we'll start off with Gail here, who asked the question, and she heard never really, in regards to a spy, think that it's real. So let's get to what other people said. Heather heard, he says on this end, sad. He said yes to that. Mentioned radio. Heather also said yes to a spy that she heard. Ron heard never. Feel sad. I don't see it. Am I ever? This is real. Sandra wrote down, yeah, never. Free. Something. Europe. Upset. I don't. A liar. Real radio show. Dream. Interesting. Radio show comes up twice. Renee heard laughing. That's not true. I am coming back. The magic is real. I told you. No, and myth. BTO and his beard heard such hate. Feel sad. I don't understand. Have I ever really tried to throw me off? Daryl heard, is this Freddie? I was going somewhere. Eyes shout, dinner. Bells feel sad. I'm Frank. Diner, real. Did he come? Radio. I know I told him. I just. Catalina heard, never frozen. Oh, kinetics. Feel sad. All right. This is real. The radio. I was only. And Renee also heard the mumbling elderly voice. Christoph heard the other parts are, sorry, he's chatting away to someone else. That's okay.
Yeah.
BTO's like, I have a question, but it's a loaded one, so I don't know. Ask it, BTFNO. Ask it. Just ask it. Why not?
Go for it.
Just why not? We'll wait for that. We got a lot of people every time we do this asking about Carl. Carl the alien who came to my window. The last time we tried to get Carl in here, my friend, we heard the Close Encounters of the Third Kind theme play for a couple of notes. And it weirded me out. Weirded me completely out.
Yeah, I remember that. That was definitely bizarre.
Yeah, so wondering if we could try and get Carl again.
Okay, well, we can try.
Yeah.
I have Dave Scott here. He's on a radio show doing his show. He wants to get a hold of Carl, the alien. Carl, do you still check up on Dave? Do you attend his place and check up on him? Carl, are you a great alien? Did you have a message for Dave Scott, Carl? Are you still assigned to observe Dave Scott, Carl?
Always.
Someone call my name? So, Carl, what would you have to say for Dave? A message of some kind? Are you curious about his radio show?
That's my guy.
So, Carl. Where are you right now? Are you observing Dave? Are you at his residence?
Out there.
You have something you want to tell him right now, Carl? To Dave. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
I got some good stuff there, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I heard my voice being called out, so that was kind of interesting.
You know what I found interesting is most of the responses that I got were all in the same voice, which was like it was being, the voice was almost being like translated or something, or it had some sort of electronic sound to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So right off the bat, I got gray. And then I heard right after that in that same voice, I am coming. Then twice you asked, are you observing Dave? And the first response I got was, always. And the next one, when you asked again about, are you observing Dave? I got, with him. And then, I am out there. And then I heard the name. I heard my name, Dave, and then immediately afterwards heard Everett. And Everett's a good friend of yours and mine, and many people on this show who listen in, they all know Everett.
Yeah.
It was weird. But it was all in that, like, Dave, Gray, I am coming. It was weird, man. Weird.
Yeah. Well, when they get these electronic, or, for a better term, electronic type of voice coming through, or robotic, shall we say, when you're trying to contact any alien form, that's usually what happens is you get that. And that's usually always happened when I've tried to get a hold of any aliens, is I get that very robotic sound.
Yes. So let's read some of the responses we got from our audience here. Gail got always, I'm out there. She got Dave and Everett as well. And it was that voice, man. It was that voice. So let's get, Ron got affirmative. What's your point? All, still, patience. I am the answer. That's my dog. He did it. It's out there. Let's see here. BTO, always. Is it Bill? I am. He did it. Yeah, correct yourself there. You're a Yankee. I'm a Yankee fan, of course. Holy. Daryl, what? Definitely or symphony. Seaford, we all win. Phil, shout out. Or shallow. She heard Dave as well. Idiot, illusion. Sees like by. It or liar. Ooh. Who's that? Grant or Guy? So close. Out there. I got out there as well. Good ending. They coop. Booze. Take the bubba. Catalina got, let me talk. It's funny. Always. Maybe in November. Stations. I am. Be everything. He did it. It's out there. Brought me because. Folks, take a look. Renee got incoming mission. Hi, Dave. Hi, Bill. Affirmative. Always. We hear you. Patience. Alien language I could not understand. And heaps of other stuff I could not quite catch. Let's see here. That's pretty much it. I'm wondering, man, is Carl out there right now? Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, let's move on here. I got to scroll up. Well, we may not have time for one more. I'll tell you what, I'll ask the question, Bill, because we only got about 90 seconds, and then we'll do the session right after. How does that sound?
Sure.
All right. This question will be from Nikki. She's a 2K'd Nikki, so you got to be careful of them. Instead of them Nicki Nickies. They're more pleasant. I'm teasing. Of course. She says, Hi, Bill. I would like to know who it was.
Hello, Nikki.
She goes, I would like to know who it was who touched me during our UFO I-Teams meeting tonight. Could it be my guides, angels, and others tell me the name of the person who did that?
Okay.
So
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Nikki is part of Michael W. Hall's UFO I-Team. We love Michael W. Hall, the paranormal lawyer around here. So it's pretty exciting. Nikki, we will get to your question right after the break because I think it's going to be a good one. And yes, the questions are piling up, so we will get to them. Heather, I know you have a secondary question you would like to ask. If there's time near the end of the show, I will ask your secondary question. I don't want you to think that I'm just passing over it. I don't like to pass over questions, but I'd like to get some first-timers in there first, if you don't mind, which would be absolutely fantastic. Bill, I'm going to get you to hold on because we're going to step out for a break here in about 10 seconds. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight. He comes on every couple of months to do live Ghost Box sessions where we take your questions in the chat rooms and on Twitter at #SpacedOutRadio. So if you want to play along, you are more than welcome to, even at home. And we got more Ghost Box coming up next with the mighty and the talented Bill Hauser. We'll be back with more Spaced Out Radio right after this.
You're listening to Spaced Out Radio Live with Dave Scott on the Deep Talk Radio Network.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Did you know Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi there, this is Tessa Nicole Thomas, and I'm here to take you on a paranormal journey each Saturday and Sunday night. Why change the station when you have it all right here? Together, we'll hang out and share some strange and scary stories. And don't forget, we have Psychic Sundays as well, so come tune in Spaced Out Weekend. We get going at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, only at spacedoutradio.com, where we own the night.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
We're bringing scientific thought to the paranormal. Hi there, this is Spaced Out Radio scientist Chris Cogswell. Join me, Chris Zuger, and Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month, where we break down the who from the woo when it comes to everything paranormal. We'll investigate and try to bring sensible answers to those straight and sometimes outlandish questions people have. Hey, not everything has an answer, but we'll do our best. Listen in to Reality Paranormal only on Spaced Out Radio.
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Welcome back to the second half of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. We've passed the midway point, and we're doing live Ghost Box sessions tonight with Bill Hauser, paranormal investigator out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Bill, welcome back.
Yeah, it's great to be here, Dave.
All right. So right before the break, I asked Nikki's question. She says, I'd like to know who it was who touched me during our UFO I-Teams meeting tonight. Could my guides, angels, and others tell me the name of the person who did that? So if we could find out who was flirting with Nikki at the restaurant, that would be absolutely fantastic.
I have Nikki on the other side of my phone. She was at her club's meeting. UFO I-Teams meeting. She was touched by an unknown force. Who touched her? Does your spirit guides have something to say about this? Who touched Nikki tonight at the restaurant?
That is.
What was the purpose of that? Nikki's spirit guides, do you have something to say about this?
Different ways of...
So who touched Nikki? Did you identify yourself? Were you friend or foe? Or were you just trying to get her attention? What message then do you have for her? If you're trying to get her attention? Nikki, spirit guides, do you have something you want to tell Nikki right now? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
All right. I honestly didn't get much there. I did not. Right off the bat, I got a male voice that said, no one. And then a female voice a short time later say, yeah, it is. That's all I got on that. All I got. So let's read, the responses that we got from a few other people as they start to come in. Nikki, I want to say thank you for asking your question. It's good to have you in here, part of the UFOI team in Washington State, Michael W. Hall's group. Gotta love them. All right. So, Ron got, yo, Dusty, just keep away. I didn't see it. Joe got, you didn't see it. That is afraid, different ways it would be, surface. And let's see. Catherine got a man's voice saying, we're going to mark her. Girl says, go easy. Is it finished? Astro got different wave. We're good. I am the same. No more lie. That's it. The same. BTF and Beard got nothing. Daryl got caressed. That is, have to wait or give her away. Dave, neither. I heard it. Hell, get with woo or we. Because it's a show, we'll call it woo. It's more fun that way. Felt this, Samson, help or gulp or yelp, one of those. Sandra got, yo, mindset, go ahead. That is, different ways of eavesdrop. What do you think? Spirit, you're not good. Get within the light, always in, there, and by. Robin got just some, that is, different ways of, I'm strong, don't you see it? No, you mocking me? Yes, what is it? Ben, honestly, I don't know. Francis, yes, and up. Heather got spirit guide, yes, and something said different ways. Interesting. Let's see if Captain Shirk got anything. Nothing. Captain Shirk got nothing. But that's okay. That is quite okay. All right. So, we're going to move on here to the next question. Let me just find it here. And, all right, that's Nikki's. All right. Daryl in New York, she is asking about her friend Elizabeth. She was just found apparently deceased a little while ago in the river, and they're not sure if it was murder or suicide. So I think we should take this one up, Bill, and see what's going on with that one.
Okay. I have Daryl on the other side of my phone. She's from New York. She's concerned to know the reasons why her friend was found in the river, Elizabeth.
Amazing. And I'm much.
Did she die by foul play, Elizabeth? The assumption.
Those who would.
So did she die at the hands of foul play, being found in the river? What about suicide? Did she take her own life? Is there any information on that? And Elizabeth, do you have a message for your friend Daryl? Elizabeth, what would you like to tell Daryl? Are you at peace right now?
Run now.
Providers money.
And pictures.
Do you have something of importance that you'd like to tell Daryl, Elizabeth? Message?
Dynamic.
Quad skips.
So, Elizabeth, do you have something of importance that you want to tell us?
39.
Daryl would like to know.
No.
Okay. We thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's weird about that one? And I rarely do this, and I don't know why this happened, but I literally zoned out for that entire one. I started listening, and I just zoned out and just realized right as you cut it off, I kind of snapped out of it. It was like I wasn't even here, man.
Wow.
That's weird for me. Very weird.
Well, definitely, that session that definitely had a different kind of energy, shall we say. Every session has a certain type of energy, and that one had a totally different feel to it.
Yeah. Like I like on a personal feeling, as I zoned out, I felt like my heart started to race.
Anxiety,
like I was here.
maybe?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of weirded out by it right now, because that's just not really like what goes on here, right?
Yeah.
You know, weird. Very weird. Let's get to the responses that we got on the air. All right. Let me just scroll down here. Try and find them. All right. Catherine got man says, give me 3 pops. Lady says he's easy once a week. Did she die at the hands of foul play that you asked? It's furry around. Shut up. Life. Do you have a message for your friend Daryl? You need to sleep more. Take that. You asked, are you at peace right now? Yes, but not right now. Guy says she's about to run. Didn't think it would be this easy. Quad skips. Creepy voice from Carl session came back. It says it's dire. Sandra. Freedom. He's easy. In a much assumption. Surrey. Shut up. Got out of hand. Trade. Need to get that B word back. Past feed. In the future should not be vodka color dump. No. Daryl heard hello. Free up. Doesn't matter much. Rosewood, balsamwood. She was from Ireland. I wish, don't know, help, afraid, not, get a life, what now, provide Elizabeth, won't be available, dynamic Sue, color 59, when, yawn, and no. Renee heard, I am in much pain. Yes, I think so, very possibly. I never would have. You need to get help. Help me, not now. Provide as much. I never did. She is about to run. Ron got, it's easy. And a much, I think so, not right now. Temptation, loser, so not be, liar, it's hard, in a mean voice. And let's see here. Heather got, this is not good. Do not think she took her own life. I heard heaving, and no, not my own life, vodka involved. Let's see here. Renee says, welcome to How It Feels to Be a Medium, Dave. Oh, I know. I just don't talk about it. Sir Robin says, who's that? I'm wheezing, much ease. I'm sorry, found some wood. Sorry, Anna, yes, no, oh, you can't see, yes, song. That went, no. She wants, what now? Provide Elizabeth, big shoes, loser, quad skips. Wait a second, don't, no, and no. So Daryl says, thank you. Oh, no, let's get Nikki in here. Nikki says, no, I forgot. Mahezi, out of much. Balsamwood, here's she at. There was battle. We let her fall. No nightmare fall. Can't be feeling it. Not at first. Cammy, don't know. Back. Brought. I tried. For when I provide us much. Impatient. Want closure. Should not be available. No quad. In color. Perfecto. 3940. Jim or Jen. No, she can't be. So we got quite a few there, man. Got quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind
Yeah,
of cool. Kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question for you from Uncle Bob. Hi, Bob. Because we're going to go to break in like
Hey,
2
Bob.
minutes, so this actually works out really well. Bob's Beard. We never know if it's Bob or Bob's Beard asking the question. So I'll ask him for Bob. He's like, Bill, you always seem to do ghost box sessions of the same length. Do you ever go longer on one, say 5 or 10 minutes more?
Yeah, I do. When you're doing a radio show, you have to kind of be time-oriented and fitting in other questions from other people. So that's why, I keep it sort of short and simple. But, I use the ghost box and go at 15 minutes. My YouTube, I've gone, almost 20 minutes. So it does happen.
Yeah. So that seems pretty cool. Let's get to Bob's second question for you. Have you ever used 2 ghost boxes at the same time?
I have experimented a little bit with that. It is a little hard, understanding what's happening there, because your mind is really processing a lot of stuff. It's bad enough with one ghost box. When you have two, it's even more. But yeah, I have done that a little bit, and it's interesting.
Do you get the same responses out of if you use two different ones?
Well, a lot of times what I have noticed is the same spirits on one ghost box come on the other ghost box, and I find that very interesting. And especially if you go, to, say, AM, for example, different frequency, they'll move over to that band, so that does happen.
When you are doing it yourself, are you actually listening, Bill, for the responses, or are you just trying to, like, I know you're in your car, you're holding your cell phone in one hand, you got the ghost box in the other, you're pretty busy in there and asking questions at the same time, but are you usually listening?
Yeah, as much as I can. Again, when you hear a lot of stuff going through the radio, your mind is having to process a lot of that, so that's why I always say record is the best way when you do your ghost box session. So after you can analyze and go over what's actually being said. Sometimes you do miss stuff while you're actually in the session, so in the heat of the sessions. So that's why I always recommend to anybody to record their ghost box session.
All right, and on that note, we're going to skip out to break here at the top of the hour. Bill Hauser, live ghost box sessions. We're going to continue with another half hour with Bill right after this break. Stay tuned on Spaced Out Radio. At spacedoutradio.com, we have a little bit of everything for you to stay up late. So while you're there, check out our SOR Newswire, where our team brings you stories of the weird and strange to the WTF from around the globe. News on Bigfoot, UFOs, paranormal, Darwinian-type crime tales. It's the stories that the mainstream media usually won't touch. Well, we got them all on the SOR Newswire, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Come hang out with Spaced Out Radio, where we own the night. This is Carl. You can follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, and during the show, use the hashtag Spaced Out Radio to chat with us live. On Instagram, at Dave Scott SOR. On Facebook, give our page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. SOR archives are free on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. Come join us, or I will come join you. See you at your window.
You're listening to Spaced Out Radio Live with Dave Scott on the Deep Talk Radio Network.
Hey, this is Canadian Paranormal Investigator Mike Moore. The third Wednesday of every month, I'll be teaming up with Dave Scott to bring you Ghosts of the Great White North. Each month, we will bring on guests from across Canada to discuss their ghostly encounters. Canada is a paranormal hotbed with stories you've never heard, so we're going to bring them to you. So get comfy on your Chesterfield, grab a donut, and join us, eh?
On the first Tuesday of every month, I encourage you to come along for a journey with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You. Together, we will take a look at how to access the highest expression of yourself and change your life. Consciousness, ET contact, health, and wellness, we can talk about it all. So come along for a spiritual ride with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You, only on Spaced Out Radio.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot THAL. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com and remember, Little Brother is watching.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
The Call of the Wild is in Vancouver. The Moose Vancouver is one of the hottest bars and restaurants in the city. Open until 2 a.m. nightly, the Moose will rock you like a hurricane all night long. Great food with everything on the menu at $6.95 near the corner of Nelson and Granville. Get your horns up and come rock with us. The Moose Vancouver, the official rocking bar of Spaced Out Radio.
We are getting ready to relaunch the SOR Space Travelers Club at spacedoutradio.com. For $5 a month, you can join us for a plethora of features found nowhere else. Hang out in a private chat room during the show and after party. You can check out some exclusive content and a store specifically for you, as well as a private listener forum where you can post your thoughts, stories, and pictures. The SOR Space Travelers Club, coming soon to spacedoutradio.com.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. A spirit of adventure for what is new with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Do you want to know what's really going on in your world? Do you have questions about who you can trust in the mainstream media? Then look no further than the Rebel Planet. Come get the straight answers right here at spacedoutradio.com. Join me, Jamie Sexton, creator of Rebel Planet News, as I fill you in on the stories behind the stories. All you truth seekers, be sure to tune in to Rebel Planet on spacedoutradio.com the third Thursday of every month.
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Would you like to connect with us? Head to spacedoutradio.com for all your latest show info. Now, back to Dave Scott and SOR.
Welcome back to the third and final hour of Spaced Out Radio. Tonight, I am your host, Dave Scott. Thank you for being with us. It is chilly up here. Chilly. Minus 16 degrees Celsius. Going to minus 17, so that's about 3.2 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I am shivering right now. Shivering. And yes, my house is warm. Tomorrow night on the show, Jeremy Corbell gets with us. We're going to talk about Bob Lazar and the recent documentary he put out. We get going at 9:06 Pacific, 12:06 a.m. Eastern at spacedoutradio.com. Hi to everyone listening in on the SOR Radio Network, Deep Talk Radio, and Revolution Radio. Don't forget, all of our archives are free at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Just do me the favor, hit that subscribe button. Desert Clam has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Borborygmus. Borborygmus is your password. Make sure you use it wisely, Space Travelers, as Desert Clam is now setting the password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you. We can rock out to Bumblefoot. You can go on to our website, shop at our store. We got some cool swag there. And you can read up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire and so much more. For the final time tonight, we introduce Bill Hauser. He is a ghost box guru when it comes to the paranormal and investigation and research. Bill is with us every couple months to do live ghost box readings to your questions in the chat rooms and on Twitter at #SpacedOutRadio. Bill, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Dave.
I got to tell you, and I'm going to update the audience here. I was, and you heard me because we were talking during the break, I was kind of tripping out during the break. Like, I still do not feel the same after kind of zoning out there during Daryl's question. I feel horrible for doing it, but I feel like I'm shaking here, like I'm having an anxious type moment. It's weird. I haven't calmed myself down yet. Where's my Palo Santo wood? Actually, I know what I'll do. See, on my microphone, I actually have soda light on my microphone in a bracelet. So I just put that on. That'll help calm me down. Usually does it pretty quick. So that's what I'm going to do, Billiam.
Yeah, that'll be great. I definitely had a different feel of energy while I was doing that session for sure.
Well, let's get to the next question. This one comes from BTO over in New York as well. You really can't trust a guy who's a New York Mets fan, because I'm a Yankee fan. But we're going to get to his question anyways. And he is asking, are there any spirits, extraterrestrials, or interdimensional beings surrounding him? And if so, who are they? What do they want from him? And what are the messages?
Okay. Now I have BPO. He's from New York. He's on the other side of my phone, so he can hear you. What spirits are hanging around him? Are they interdimensional? Are they aliens? Entities hanging around him? Or are they other type of spirits? Are they friend or foe? What's the purpose of these entities around him? Why are they around him? What message do they have for him right now? Is there any other reasons that they have to share right now? Why they're around BTO? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Oh, like right at the end there, I heard turned on. Like they were turned on by it. Ooh, BTO, we're turned on by your question. It's the beard, not the New York Mets flags that you got waving at your house. But nonetheless, I got a couple there, but I heard that alien voice again. I don't know if anybody else did, but that mechanical type voice that just seems to be popping in and out of almost every reading that you've done tonight, Bill.
Well, they're definitely whoever is observing and watching, I guess, and making their little comments.
Yeah. So I got right off the bat, hello, and then everything kind of went silent for me, and then you asked, are you sure there is there any message for him? And a female voice said, yes. And then it went dead for me again. So unfortunately, BTO, I can't help you out too much on that. I do apologize. I really do. But let's see what other people got here. All right. Carl got fun. Don't do it. Party. Gail got nothing. I think Gail needs to turn her volume up. Too much Rob Zombie playing there. So let's see what everybody else got here. And Robin got can't believe. Thank you, sir. Nothing down there. Hate to put you down there. You, yes, going. Hey, listen, because we listen on this turn on. So he got the turn on as well. And let's see who else got some stuff in here. Just looking. Now we started a big debate on baseball. Joe says the best New York team ever was the Dodgers from Brooklyn. 27 World Series, man. That's all I got to say. Nikki got prayer. Hey, Mom, little kid. There's a could be true aliens. On it, feeling the love. On it, 10-4. I think more people were interested in chatting on that one. Sorry, BTO. Ron got... nope, he didn't get that. Let's see here. I think that's about it. That's about it. I think we got time for one or two more. Let me just scroll down here. So I try and find one. This one will come from Robin. I just got to find Robin's question here. I guess he was touched on the arm by a little girl at one of Ross Allison's locations. Probably a Spooked in Seattle museum that he has, the Death Museum. And Robin is trying to figure out who that little girl is. If we could go there, that would be great, Bill.
Okay. I have Robin on the other side of my phone. He can hear. He wants to know what little girl touched him and what is her name when he was at a museum in Seattle.
Bill Myers.
What little girl touched him? What message does she have for him, maybe? Robin would like to know.
What is that noise?
I don't know. It's just like drum playing. Really weird.
That was weird.
Robin wants to know who was the little girl that touched him at that museum in Seattle. Little girl, why did you touch Robin? Do you have a message for me, little girl? You have something of importance that you want to tell him, little girl. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Either my hearing is going or I'm just not picking them up. Like, I heard a little girl mumbling again, but I heard it like 4 or 5 times. I just could not pick out what she was trying to say. It was very weird.
Yeah, those drums was very unusual. I don't know if that was, maybe that was a little bit of remnants of a broadcast, like music on the FM band maybe, but yeah, it was very strong. It just came in, it's like it had a certain beat to it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But that drumming was strange.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. I really liked that. I really liked that. But, let's see what the audience has to say, because it's all about them. So we'll get into it here. And let's see. Sandra got bad call. I don't know. Why? Come in. Contact. Oh, no, you don't. Your question with Catherine. What girl touched him? Amaya. Bill asked again, who touched me? It was Amaya. Don't look for car parts. We should shut it. Portis and crap. BTO got, don't mind, it's over, don't mind me. Joe heard the drums. Renee heard, hello, Robin. He knows who I am. Drums playing twice. Red Rover screaming because he can see, growling and screaming again, breathing. Okay, this was not something positive. This did not feel well, she says at the end. Well, I can say this. I mean, at the Haunted Museum that Ross Allison owns, there's a lot of weird, strange things in there. A lot of weird, strange things. So it could have pretty much been anything. Really could have. I think we got time for just one more, and we're going to go back to Heather here. And she's like, I'd really like to hear from my dad. Been a long time. We were very close. Love to help him building and catching frogs. She didn't give his name, but maybe we can get that in there.
Okay, well, we'll address him as Dad. And
yeah, we got two more questions. So if we can do a couple minutes on this one, and then we'll get to Sandra's question, and then we'll have to wrap it up after that, Bill.
Okay. I have Heather on the other side of my phone. She can hear us. She wants to get a hold of her dad, her father. Do you have a message for her? Heather's dad, do you have a message for her? Dad, do you have a message for Heather? Your daughter wants to know. You doing okay? Are you at peace?
Happens when you're
Okay, well, thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
I didn't get many male voices in that one.
Yeah.
Did you hear any male voices in there?
Very little, if any. Yeah, definitely was getting some responses. So whether or not that had any relevance to her father, I don't know.
I like Marcus's comment on hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter. He goes, maybe leave a voice message. Hi, sorry to disturb your eternal rest, but I'm on this radio show right now, and if you could get back to me in the next hour or so, that is funny. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. That is hilarious. Absolutely love it when they get a little snarky. It's fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, you never know. He might just get a weird message on his answering system.
All right. Let's get to the responses. Gail got should be obvious, very supportive, happens when you're. Carl got she bugs me out. Don't know what that means, but we'll go with it. All right. Let's see what else came for her. Ron got good. No, I'm supportive. High five. Me lie. Crazy. Happy happens when you're. And then it cut out. And Catherine got, when you asked, do you have a message for her? She needs to get out. Nikki got, Troy, she bumped me out. It was in support of her because of, I said, I can't be lie. It's what happens when you're, whatever. Joe got, be supportive. It happens when you're, boy, we need that answer. Hi, just be supportive. I can. It happens when you, yes, she, that comes from Sandra. Renee got in a child's voice, hi. It happens when you're. Otherwise, no male voices. And BTO got hi as well. And hi, Heather, from a female voice. Robin got nothing. And that's about it. Oh, Heather got no, not at all, mostly female. She thinks her dad moved on as well. All right. Let's get to Sandra's question, then we'll have to wrap things up because we got about 2 minutes here, Bill. So we got to make it nice and quick. She's asking about her brother Danny, if there's a message there. Danny is his name.
And this is from Heather?
Sandra.
Oh, Sandra, pardon me. I have Sandra on the other side of my phone. She wants to get a hold of her brother Danny. Are you there, Danny? Are you there?
Let me say something.
Do you have a message for her, Danny?
Thank you. Now, lift it on. What's happening?
Who's this? Is that Danny? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
And on that note, Sandra, I apologize that we didn't have much more time for you, my dear, but we got to start wrapping this up. Bill, thank you for sneaking that in.
Yes. Thank you for having me on the show tonight, and had a great time with the audience. Yep, it was great questions, and some of them were a little strange.
No kidding. And we will talk to you again on March 18th, my friend. March 18th, in 2 months or about 6 weeks' time from now, for another live Ghost Box session. Appreciate it. Bill Hauser, you have yourself a wonderful night and a safe drive home. Always appreciate your time, my friend.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, you hold on, Bill. We're going to get going here to the bottom of the hour. Olaf Phillips from Paranoia Magazine is going to return for another edition of the SOR Newswire next.
Radio Live with Dave Scott on the Deep Talk Radio Network.
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month, and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Did you know Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi there, this is Tessa Nicole Thomas, and I'm here to take you on a paranormal journey each Saturday and Sunday night. Why change the station when you have it all right here? Together, we'll hang out and share some strange and scary stories. And don't forget, we have Psychic Sundays as well, so come tune in Spaced Out Weekends. We get going at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, only at spacedoutradio.com, where we own the night.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
We're bringing scientific thought to the paranormal. Hi there, this is Spaced Out Radio scientist Chris Cogswell. Join me, Chris Zuger, and Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month, where we break down the who from the woo when it comes to everything paranormal. We'll investigate and try to bring sensible answers to those straight and sometimes outlandish questions people have. Hey, not everything has an answer, but we'll do our best. Listen in to Reality Paranormal only on Spaced Out Radio.
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
We've rounded third. We are heading for home tonight on Spaced Out Radio. Great to have you with us. We shift gears from Ghost Box Sessions with Bill Hauser to the man, the myth, and the paranoia legend, Mr. Olaf Phillips from Paranoia Magazine. The news is always changing, which is why we bring you the SOR News Wire on our website, spacedoutradio.com, provided by Captain Shirk. And coming in with the news tonight is Mr. Olaf Phillips from Paranoia Magazine. Can be found at paranoiamagazine.com with the weird, the wacky, the WTF, and hopefully, as always, a story or two from Florida. Olaf, how you doing, man? How was your weekend?
Greetings and salutations.
I love it.
My weekend was fine.
Yeah, so was mine. I didn't have to clean up any snow. I literally yesterday sat around in my pajamas all day. I realize it's not a pretty sight, but it's just the way it is.
You know, some days you got to do that. It's important.
Exactly. Yes. Me and the little guy hung out all day yesterday, and we just kind of rolled with it, man. It was a good day. Before we get going, Carl has a quick question here. He's like, so what's the general conclusion? Is that really contact, or is it just random short clips from radio shows in progress? I want to get to that because we had mentioned that right off the top of the show, Carl, so I apologize if you didn't get a chance to hear that. But basically, with Bill Hauser, what it is that is scanning frequencies, and apparently or allegedly in between those frequencies that you hear the radio clips from, you're listening for any type of anomalous voices, male, female, robotic, whatever it may be, that really don't add up to radio programs, and that's what we're kind of listening for. Do I buy it? Not all the time, but Bill Hauser's pretty darn good. He's pretty darn honest, and I've heard some things on there that I can't quite explain. Like the Close Encounters theme song. Yeah, go ahead, Olaf.
The thing about the Spirit Box is that it's skipping stations anywhere from every 50 to 100 milliseconds. So it's supposed to skip through the frequencies fast enough that you don't get entire words. So when you ask it a question, it responds. The speed at which it's cycling the radio stations is so fast that you shouldn't be able to get an actual word. That's why it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with you on that. So what do you got for the news for us tonight, my friend?
Well, this just in, a Florida man hit dad in face with pizza after learning he helped deliver him, police say. A Florida man, sorry, I have to emphasize that, who found out his father helped deliver him when he was born, inexplicably smashed a hot pizza in the older man's face upon learning the news, police officials said. Robert Thomas Houston, 33 of Holiday, is charged with domestic battery according to Pasco County jail records. He remained in county jail in lieu of a $150 bond. WFLA in Tampa reported that sheriff's deputies were called Thursday to the Houston family's home, where they found a pizza slice on a chair and cheese and sauce strewn around the room. According to the arrest report obtained by the news station, Houston's father told the deputies that his son had become angry after learning he helped deliver him in 1985. The man said he had gone for a walk with his dogs as his son waited on the porch for a pizza to be delivered, WFLA reported. When he returned from the walk, his son held him down in a chair and smashed the pizza in his face, screaming at him. The victim began to flail around, trying to get the defendant off him, at which point the defendant went outside and awaited law enforcement. The responding deputies found Houston waiting for them. He walked up to me. He turned around, putting his hands behind my back, saying he knows I'm going to take him to jail, a deputy wrote in the report. It is not known why the news surrounding his birth upset Houston. 2 family members present at the time of the attack corroborated the father's statements.
First off, that is a waste of a perfectly good pizza. So I'm a little upset with this guy for wasting a pizza that way. And second of all, how can you be mad at your father for helping deliver you? Like, where is the logic in this?
I'm not sure. I just thought that is a Florida story. I've got to do it.
Oh my goodness!
I cannot even begin to imagine what enraged him so much to waste a perfectly good pizza.
Like what? Did his father forget to cut the umbilical cord too high, or what? I mean, this just doesn't make sense. I could go into something else, but I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, that poor pizza. The poor pizza, man.
I'm at a loss. Poor old man. All he did was help to
his kid be born.
Out.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Oh, how terrible is that?
You know, times are changing when you get PO'd that you're at your parents for birthing you or helping birth you. You know, because that's such a that is such a
so bad,
problem.
So wrong.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of problems, sports car toting 6 mattresses turns heads in Arizona. A Phoenix man's unusual mattress delivery method is going viral after he was caught on camera with 6 mattresses stacked on top of his sports car. The video captured on a Phoenix freeway went viral after the Dodge Challenger with 6 mattresses strapped on the roof captured the filmer's attention. The driver of the Challenger was later identified as a driver for Pillow Top Express, a company owned by Casey Day. Day says the sports car has been in circulation as a work vehicle ever since his delivery truck was totaled a year and a half ago. He said the mattresses are all well secured and the driver has never had any items fall off in transit. The Arizona Department of Public Safety said there are statutes containing load guidelines, but whether the Challenger is in violation of any of them in the video footage would be left up to the discretion of a state trooper or other law enforcement officer who witnessed the scene. So there you go. Your delivery truck gets toasted, so you use a Dodge Challenger.
I mean, I'm not sure if a Dodge Challenger could have a hitch put on it. I'm not sure.
I think anything can have a hitch put on it.
Well, I realize that.
Maybe not a Lamborghini.
But the way the bumper is shaped on the rear bumper is shaped on the Challenger, I'm not sure if it actually can, nor would you want to. But I mean, heck, let's scrape the hell out of the roof with the mattresses instead of just,
it doesn't seem wise, but, that doesn't stop people from doing things.
It's a little weird.
As we know. Well, the next story will prove to you that the Darwin Awards exist for a reason.
All right. I'm looking forward to this one.
Florida man denies syringes found in his rectum are his.
What?
A Florida man claimed ignorance when jail officials found syringes in his rectum during an early morning strip search. Wesley Scott 40 was arrested Friday in Pinellas County on an outstanding warrant charging him with drug possession, reports a smoking gun. When Scott was searched at jail, they found 3 syringes inside his rectum. However, Scott claimed he had found the syringes and they were not his, although he did not explain how they wound up in his buttocks. Scott was charged with introducing contraband into a correctional facility and held on a $5,000 bond.
You know, I got to say this, man. That's definitely not the time to play the idea or try to hide behind the song Wasn't Me by Shaggy. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. You just can't do that. Officer, well, how'd they get there? It wasn't me. Well, you were present. No, it wasn't.
Do they have needles on them? I mean, come on.
Like, at what point do you not admit to that? They're in your anus.
You got 3 syringes shoved up your ass. I mean, you should cop to it.
Exactly.
Yes, officer. I was trying to sneak some drugs in, so yes, I put 3 syringes up my butt.
Like, what do you say to that? No, I rented this butt. This is someone else's. Like, come on.
I was asleep, and they just turned up in there.
Oh my goodness, that's just ridiculous. Absolute, like, admit to it, man. Admit to it. If I'm pretty sure if you go to court, you're going to lose that one.
You want something even more ridiculous?
Oh, I'd love it. This is way too good tonight.
Woman in Great Britain seeking lost goldfish Dave. I thought you'd like that. A woman identified in the Swindon Advertiser as Tanya has not seen the fish since Tuesday. Dave shared his tank with 3 other fish, and Tanya told the Advertiser she has ruled out the possibility her dogs, a Shih Tzu and a Yorkshire Terrier, ate Dave. Our fish tank has a lid on it, she said. I've emptied the filter, moved all the stones in the tank. I've checked all around the kitchen, checked under the counters. Dave's disappearance has inspired a Facebook page called Finding Davo in homage to the hit 2003 animated film Finding Nemo, and a number of posters near her home in the Park North area of Swindon, West London. This page is to find Davo the fish. One of the first posts on the Facebook page says, there he was last night swimming around in his tank, minding his own business, then whoosh, he disappeared. And there's a picture of a sign on a tree. It says, this is Dave the goldfish. He disappeared. Has a picture of a goldfish.
Now, my question is, did the neighbor's cat sneak in and get that?
No. I have no idea.
I mean, you'd have to think.
Where did it go? I don't know, man.
I mean, Dave just can't walk off.
Maybe he can. Maybe he's a special fish. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe there are drugs involved. I don't know.
Like, who's going to hold the goldfish? You know what? If somebody was clever out there, they could prank this so bad. Yeah, I'm holding Dave hostage. I need 2 dog biscuits for my dog. 2 dog biscuits. Leave them on the corner of Park and Royal in a pink bag.
Send a picture of a goldfish. Proof of life.
Holding up the goldfish into a new tank. If you do not send the 2 dog biscuits, Dave is going to go swim with the other fishes in a fish tank, and you're not going to be able to tell who he is anymore. You're not going to know which one.
Hey, so it's almost the thought of the day. So can I leave you with a parting thought?
Oh, yeah.
There are about 50 million kangaroos in the world and about 5 million Norwegians. So if the kangaroos decided to invade Norway, we would have to fight about 10 each.
That's a deep thought there, my friend, a deep thought. I got to get to Giordano's comment here in the chat room. He says, a syringe up the butt is safer than an elbow from the people's champion, brother. Let me read that again. A syringe up the butt is safer than an elbow from the people's champion, brother. There you go, a little Hulk for you, just to end the night.
There you go.
On that note, let's get to the thought of the Dave. Thought of the Dave happens every night at this time, where we ask a question on our Facebook and Twitter pages, then read your responses on the air because we love the audience participation. So today's Thought of the Dave is as follows. What's the strangest EVP you've captured? Well, let's get to some of these. We got some good ones. Morgan starts it off. She says, a recording in Edmonton, Alberta that was later translated into Arabic. It was really bloody cool. I thought it was nonsense until someone in one of my workshops who spoke fluent Arabic knew exactly what it meant. It had taken 10 years to have someone come forward with the translation, but because of the cultural beliefs, it is too taboo to speak about the paranormal. You let us on, Morgan. You let us on. Shame. Shame. Caden, I got an EVP that answered, it's really the Red Horseman, when asked who acts as the puppet master for the other spirits. That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Jackie, why are you here? Leave this place. Cranky ghost right there. Jeff Webster got a big one here. He goes, got a direct yes when asking if they were related to someone we know. That's kind of cool. Kevin. Oh, I'm not going to read this one because I don't even know if it's true. No, I'm not reading that one. Let's go to Gabe's. I was having a life or death battle with this spirit demon. This thing was the worst spirit I have ever encountered. This was after losing a job and moving back home. I believe my depression gave it energy. During one of the attacks, I caught an EVP on a flip phone that would scare the crap out of you, as it did me. I don't remember what it said, but it threatened my life. I was so scared. Unfortunately, the flip phone got destroyed one day when I stepped on it. Maybe it was the best that EVP was lost.
Sounds like it.
Brandy, I had a whisper of a Native American man in the basement of the Lizzie Borden house. That's kind of cool.
Ugh. Whispers are always scary.
Yeah. Cody, the strangest one I captured was in my parents' house. I said, look, I'm alive, in a whispering voice. It said, not I said. My dogs actually reacted to this. It was a static recorder. No one but the dogs were in the house. Allison got the meowing of a ghost kitty. Dustin.
That's weird.
I was in a cemetery near Geronimo's grave. My cousin asked if the medicine man was with us, and a voice from another language came through the recorder. After a few years, I finally got it translated. It was Apache for death to all intruders. There was absolutely no way any of us knew the Apache language. That's kind of eerie.
Yikes.
Penman. I captured one once, but it was too ethereal to hang on to. Don't know what that means. Rona. You obviously can't read this on the air, but it's the creepiest thing I've captured. Oh, she puts a YouTube video. See, I do this thought of the day. This is a pet peeve. I had a couple people put their EVPs on here. I read this out. Don't play audio. Don't play audio. Can't do it. Well, I can, but it's not part of the section. No more YouTube videos.
Rules.
Rules, man. Rules. Olive, where can people find Paranoia Magazine, my friend?
ParanoiaMagazine.com. Paranoia Mags on Instagram. Paranoia Mag on Facebook. We've got cool T-shirts. I'm going to send Dave one.
Oh, that would be great. They're wicked. Wicked. And, of course, you can read all your news. Exactly. And, of course, you could read all of your news at spacedoutradio.com. Click on the news banner. Check it on out. Comment. Captain Shirk is waiting. Big thank you to Bill Hauser for coming on the show tonight. As we start to wrap things up, live Ghost Box session, Bill will be with us again in about 6 weeks' time on March 18th. So make sure you're in our chat rooms ready for that one. Tomorrow night on the program, we talk Bob Lazar. Jeremy Corbell is going to be with us. His new Bob Lazar documentary that came out last month. We finally get an opportunity to chat with the very, very busy man, 9:06 Pacific, 12:06 a.m. Eastern at spacedoutradio.com. We got Mr. Ron Bumblefoot THAL rocking in the background with Little Brother is Watching. Bumblefoot is the official music of Spaced Out Radio, rocking us in and out of every single show. Get your horns up for the guitar god himself. Big thank you to everybody listening in at home, at work, in your cars, wherever you may be. Special thank you to everybody in the chat rooms tonight. Your questions were phenomenal in Spreaker, Facebook, on the SOR Space Travelers, and on Rev Radio, and of course, hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for sharing the show, doing your part to make us bigger and better, because together, my friends,
we're watching.
We own the night. I will talk to you in 21 hours from now. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. We need you to take us home.